You can't, from your limited perspective, you can't be like for imprint certain. You know what I mean? You can never be absolutely 100% positively certain from your perspective. Okay. That you're absolutely correct. Okay. It's just not tangible. You're not omniscient, omnipotent, right? But you can be confident, okay, that you're correct. You know, in a very high percentage. Okay. Like, you know, when you look at, you know, having faith that life is eternal and grace is infinite, you know, it's pretty easy to be confident about that being correct. There's no other possible source or containment. So you're not being arrogant when you believe that and then have faith that is correct, right? And so there are certain things in life that are pretty rock solid, okay? And then there are things in life that you know are complete bullshit and shouldn't even be fucking discussed. Like, money's real. Time is money. Okay? Whatever makes money makes sense. I mean, why the fuck are you saying that? People get murdered over fighting over money. Children get raped over fighting over money. Not just in brothels in Mexico, but all around the world every day. They have women. You ever seen Cornelius Horror's Glory, where the women have candles with artist representations of Jesus Christ on a picnic table, paying for generous and kind clients that will pay them money to fuck them? Okay. And you don't ever for 1 minute contemplate thinking, maybe we should live the Lord's Prayer. Wouldn't that make people's lives so much more meaningful and beautiful? Instead of trying to sell them fucking psoriasis medicine and the best detergent and the best fucking lawnmower, right? It, being a turd burger fucking bag is a complete waste of time if you're a humble person and can accept, you know, I do believe life is eternal and grace is infinite, and I have faith that that is correct. Right? Life is so much better than being on this Ebglis or whatever commercial, right? Giving your time away to be on a fucking Andy Warhol egotistical fart splat. You know, it's fucking horrible. I'm very agitated. Okay, I'm very agitated because I'm intelligent. You know, and there are scientists in this town that cause brain damage on people by head fucking them constantly, incessantly. And then they want a magic solution to all their fucking problems instead of standing up for that which is right. I can't tell you how many times I have people that tell me Jesus is their God and they love him. And I say, stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me. We don't have to do that. Okay, where the fuck does it say that in the Bible? I know the Bible has a lot of inconsistencies and mistranslations, but it doesn't say that you don't have to stand up for the Lord's Prayer to honor the commands of Jesus Christ, you stupid fucking cow. No, what saves us is him being murdered in blood, offering his life and his flesh to save our wretched flesh. It doesn't say that in the Bible, asshole. No, the asshole asking you for money because Jesus isn't ready to come to earth yet and save you from your fucked up brain. It tells you that. It doesn't say that in the Bible. Or maybe you just can't fucking read, right? It gets irritating, right? It gets real fucking irritating. Okay. They fuck with my dad's head, and my dad talks to Jesus, and I go tell him what Jesus said. My dad rolls his eyes at me all the time, huffs and puffs, and tells me what an arrogant, pretentious prick I am. Okay? I try to call and talk to my son and tell him, son, you're the spirit of Solomon. They attacked us. It's very hard on us. We are the living gospels, and the book is merely a reflection written down by selfish people of what they want people to think we're all about. Okay. So I encourage my son every day, you are the spirit of Solomon every time I talk to him. Okay. You have the spirit of Solomon. You have excellent, beautiful responsibility to get up and stand up for the Lord's Prayer, share it with everybody you meet, and let them know that the commands of the Lord are absolutely perfect. That's what I say to my son. Okay. Last time I talked to my daughter Emily, it was on Facebook, and she said, "Dad, I need you in my life right now." And I said, basically I said to her, what do you want me to do? You can call and talk to me anytime you want. And I'm doing the best I can so you can live in a beautiful world to get other people to accept beautiful. And she hasn't talked to me since. Okay? Now, if I was a drug addict, if I fucked her mom in the ass and prostituted her mom for money, had her mom put porno videos on the internet to get me to the United States, I might understand why Emily doesn't want to talk to me. But they probably fucking talk to Yorgev. Okay, but they don't talk to me because the government gives Yorgev a job, an extortion gig, to pay money for them to accept extortion to live here. And then I have to sit there and go, what the fuck is wrong with everybody's fucking brain? Okay? Just because you have money to pay assholes to live here doesn't make you a good or kind, caring, empathetic, courageous, loving person. Okay? I'm watching guys play basketball for lots of ridiculous amounts of money on TV. When I was a kid, I quit playing because they would hurt you and abuse you, and the coaches would abuse you to do anything to win. And it wasn't worth it. And I wanted to go to school so I could teach and coach, so I could teach kids to play basketball more like a man like me and less like a bitch on TV. And I shouldn't say that because that's insulting female dogs. But maybe it is. And female dogs are very instinctual and act on instinct, and will fight another dog over certain things, territorial and pack, or pack type position. So yeah, I guess they are acting like a bitch on TV. I guess that describes it fairly well, right? So we can call them money-grubbing bitches on TV that have no integrity and that lack the courage and the capacity of to have kindness like King David to stand up for the Lord's Prayer for every child so no one has to fight like a bitch for fuck money on TV, right? Sure. Really pissed, right? And I should be. But this technology, okay, isn't worth a shit right now because it can't overnight share the beauty of the Lord's Prayer so we can all be delivered from the evils of debt and trespass. So this great technology, this IBM Watson and this father of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, and all these people getting together and having these great tech get-together talks about the great tech people of the great techs in China isn't worth a shit, right? And then you sit there and you watch the fucking TV, and you have that asshole named Donald Trump who's a puppet for genocide operations for military scientists, put up a rocket scientist, and you're a liar, Peckerwoods on a pussy plantation. Okay, he tariffs all the stuff that poor people need to eat in China. Okay, he fucks over all the farmers that voted his sorry ass into presidency. And then he doesn't put any tariffs on any of the tech equipment used to fuck you in the head for his fuck money. A fucking dog could figure this shit out. Roof? All you pet parents out there, you're not a pet parent, okay? You have an animal that you have a closer relationship with than you have with other human beings because you're led to believe you're an animal by people that treat you like one, okay? You should grow the fuck up. When someone is better than you, you should recognize, okay? And yes, I'm better than you. I'm better than Stephen Hawking. I'm better than John Nash. I'm better than Smoot, Arnold, and Kip Thorne. I'm better than Michio Kaku. I'm better than Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm better than the president. I'm better than the Pope. And I'm better than the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Supreme Court and Congress all put together, and the Vatican doesn't even get in the room. All right? And the Quorum of the 12 can go fuck itself on Chick-fil-A. Okay? Grumpy. Yeah, a tad bit grumpy. Well, because I love children, and it went past dinner time, and we're still not living the Lord's Prayer, you incredulous bastards and bitches. I still love you, and I'm working on that worthless fucking technology to get it to reflect actual intelligence instead of being an artificial pile of shit like the people on TV saying, we need more money to fuck, we need more money to fuck. It's very important to be proud of having lots of money to fuck and have a body that looks like it's fun to fuck for money to fuck. And it's like, I'd have a gorgeous body if you were living the Lord's Prayer right now, but we're not. So my body looks like hell because you suck. Just like I told Patrick about sports. I stopped playing sports not because I suck, because they suck. And you still suck. Maybe tomorrow you'll be living the Lord's Prayer by breakfast. Okay? Hope springs eternal. I'm a hopeful romantic. What can I say?